My phone goes.
Shit.
I'm ready, and you got busted.
Okay, well, I was trying to get the party going. You know what I just heard?
What did you just hear?
Chris Attila.
You did not.
Yeah. You know what that means?
That it's time for our show.
Another episode of the Wagner Wiles.
Can you show him your shirt real quick?
Yes. I'm proudly representing all dad bods
It's so big.
everywhere.
Oh, wait.
Anyway, hey guys, we're here. We got two awesome guests. Thanks, Atai. Love Atai. He's all the way in Australia. Hey, Carrie. Okay, so there's Alex. She's so sweet. With Roy. Roy's watching too. Hey, Robert. Sean. Guess we just do this, right? Okay. Anyway, we have right behind me. Hey, Ron. Ron Purdy.
Oh, yo,
We have
it's your shoulder.
Billy and Tyler. We have Billy Pond. Bloody Bill. Hey, Max. We love you. And Tyler Shea Cone. Two awesome human beings. And David's ready to go. Here we go. All right. Bring them up, please. Joe.
Hi.
Hey guys.
Hey, Tyler Shea Cone.
Oh,
How are you?
somebody's still trying to figure out what that means.
Have y'all got any clue what that means? Can y'all help me out?
Well, what means?
Code-
JUVC. George is like totally freaking trolling me on this shit.
So, Tyler, you haven't been on Facebook much, right?
Hey,
So,
Wills.
George has come up with decipherings and different codes to drive Lance crazy because nobody tells Lance anything. So he's been putting it up in code now.
It's hashtag don't tell Lance nothing.
And
No,
Lance
Ron.
can't figure out what they are. So
See?
now he's putting it in code, and Lance is trying to figure out what that code meant.
So what-
JUVC.
Yes,
Okay.
JUVC.
I need
What are you drinking tonight?
Oh, and also it's the debut of the Pineapple Breeze.
It's a what?
Whip.
Pineapple Breeze.
Whip.
How do you say it properly?
Whip. You say it. Whip.
No.
Whip.
Why do you
Like
say
on
it like that?
Like on that Family Guy, Stewie?
Yeah.
That's how
Why
you
do
say
you? Why do you
Whip.
say it like that?
That's because you're doing it, right?
What did you just say?
I love Tyler. He's my best friend.
What?
Don't lifeline Lance. Thanks, Terry.
All right, so come on.
Okay,
let's go.
so we got Mr. Bloody Bill, Billy Pond,
Billy Pond.
with his nose, and we got Tyler Shea Cone from two of our absolute favorite franchises of all time.
Well, it's got to be more than one movie to be a franchise, don't it?
He made
Duh.
it plural.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
dead. Thanks. Whip.
You're welcome.
Whip. Okay, so yes, so I wanted to ask Billy straight up, just right away. How close are we getting to Cowboys from Hell?
Well, I think that the only thing holding us now is the coronavirus stuff. So
Okay.
once things start getting opened up, and now this protest, let's see what happens there. I'm not going anywhere right now. I'm going to stay at home.
Okay. Real life is keeping it from happening right now.
Yeah, this is kind of weird times. I've never seen nothing like this before.
It's kind of worse than a horror film.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say so. At least the horror film stuff's fake.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And we have a friend in California that they called him and told him don't even go to work tomorrow
Yeah.
because of the riots in their area.
Yeah.
So stay home.
Yeah, and for some reason here in Denver, we've had a lot of protests, and so they started a curfew last night at 8:00, and you could only be on the road if you're going to or from the airport.
Oh wow. Yeah, they he's from here, so I'm sure we'll get something. It's been pretty mild here. We've had some demonstrations, but the police have been demonstrating with the common people. But as his body comes, I just hope everybody is nice and kind and gives him the respect that's deserved and doesn't get stupid.
Yeah, agree with that.
So, yes, Joe?
Joe.
I have some strange-looking kid with a mullet in the.
Oh,
lobby.
yes. Yay.
Some strange-looking kid with a mullet. Who could
Mom?
that be, Joe?
Mom. Bring on Mom. Oh, sorry.
Hey,
Well, look at that.
what's up, man.
And Carrie.
How are you
babe. Look at that shirt he's wearing, too.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
How you beautiful people.
He must have found that in a thrift store or something. Garage sale.
He got it from you.
Do they look like so happy or what?
Michiganders.
Tyler, if you didn't know, he's relocated to Yankee Land.
Nice.
What's that? What's Yankee Land, New York?
Not that far.
Not that far.
There's still room for hope. He's down here in the Mitten.
Oh, he's in Texas now?
No, the Mitten is Michigan.
No, I'm in Michigan.
Oh, what's going on in Michigan?
She is.
Today too.
Livin.
Yeah, we've been seeing riots and stuff going on here too.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So
Crazy.
sorry.
Yeah,
You know, as if COVID wasn't bad enough.
Right.
And you got people
Yeah.
on edge and already crazy, and then you add more crazy to it, people are going to lose their shit.
Yeah.
So
We're going to stay positive.
y'all stay safe. Know where your guns
Yeah, we
are.
are.
Know where your bullets are.
How's the
from the
weather
south.
there in Michigan?
How's what?
The weather. Is it nice
Uh,
there, or is it really hot, or is it?
It's cool, really cool in the mornings, and then hot as hell during the day, and then cool in the evenings.
All right, so that's a step up, right? Because you're used to hot, hot, hot. So now you get cool, hot, cool.
Right.
But
Nice.
Michigan heat's not like here heat.
I don't know.
didn't get-
During the daytime, the last
It's
couple
smoldering
days.
100 there. No way.
Oh my gosh, we moved and it was like miserable. The day we moved, it was terrible. Of course.
Yeah.
Well, y'all will have snow in like a month. So.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Well, you know, she's
I know.
Yeah.
Carrie's an awesome.
So we have people from all over right now.
Yep.
Tyler's in Colorado. Billy, you're here stuck with us, right?
He's full.
Kind of, but in the hell part of Texas. In West
What's the
Texas.
hell part of Texas?
That's the in between El Paso and Dallas. That's where I'm at. So,
The
yeah,
Okay.
DFE.
in the desert. Yeah.
Yep.
I love it though, man. It's good for the brain. If you can't make it here, you can't make it anywhere. Is what I tell myself. So
Aw.
I come from
That's-
Dallas, and I just love it here like a lot. Like it's been good to me. I got my foot in the door at a TV station, and what is the whole thing? The big fish, little fish thing. The analogy. Like it's worked good for me here. So just getting started here actually opened the door up, believe it or not. But nobody else is doing what I'm doing here. That's for sure.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So I believe Scott came because he had something he wanted to say since every
He
time
hadn't been able to do
we've
it.
been able to get him on, he's had a freaking tornado and a hurricane and a typhoon and whatever else you could add to his plate.
Yeah, I've been through the ringer, that's for sure.
Put this boy in a bubble.
Right? So
Yeah.
it's your floor, Scott. What do you want to say?
Thank everybody for everybody stepping in and doing what they've done to help me out. And thanks for Bloody Bill and Tyler for sending me two amazing guitars.
Is it staying in tune now? I feel terrible because it got to you and then it wasn't staying in tune, probably because of the humidity and stuff. But
Well, actually, I had a local music store where I did live at had loaned me a guitar amp, and I had took it back to them before I moved. So I haven't got another guitar amp yet, but I have been looking.
okay,
So as soon as I get another guitar amp, I can mess with it a little more. So,
How awesome is that? And I didn't get to see the one that Tyler sent you. If it's on Facebook, I missed
I'll go get
it.
it.
I'm so sorry.
Awesome.
But
Thank
the
you,
one that
Carrie.
Billy sent you was like, my jaw hit the floor. I was like, wow, that's like freaky weaky weird.
Well, it went back to the whole Cowboys from Hell thing. I had to do something from.
oh there it is.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I like that one.
Wow.
That is Tyler. Is that the one you sent though, right?
That's
Yes.
the one I sent. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the
That's
beauty of that guitar is not the body or the neck itself. The beauty of that guitar are the pickups because I hand wound all those pickups myself. And so I took the microfiber bobbins, I put in the Alnico magnets, wound those with the copper wire. So those are handmade by me, all those pickups. And I also did the entire the wiring harness for the pick guards. So everything is like top notch,
Wow.
components there. So
And you signed
Oh,
it?
you signed it. You got a
Oh,
live auto. Look at that.
Sick.
I signed it and then I nitro lacquered it.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Signatures underneath the nitro lacquer,
That's
so
so
he
freaking
can't
awesome.
just rub it off.
Yay. Why
That's
would
a
he
good
want
plan.
to?
It's beautiful, Tyler.
Thank
Aw.
Well, everybody likes to rub one off every once in a while.
I figured.
And to Tyler's name as well. Oh, I didn't mean to.
Oh, here we go.
Sorry.
Here we go.
Look, he's pushing a little bit.
She got no, he's not. He's used to that shit from you.
Tyler,
Yes, ma'am.
Hey,
I'm
Lance,
trying to keep it PG. I really do.
What's up, Scott?
whip.
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 She won't do it. She still won't
Is
do
that
it.
the key word or what?
Whip. It's,
Whip.
Oh, whip.
Whip.
do it, Billy.
Wait a second.
I don't know if I can pronounce that. Whip.
Does Scott have a mullet?
Whip.
Yes.
Put some hoe in there.
Oh, and, let's leave Lance out of this conversation.
No, that's not a mullet.
What's
That's
the
just
back?
everything growing out. It's not like short on top.
Is there a party in the back?
Look at the back. Show the
I know
back,
it's long
Scotty.
in the back, but it's also long in the
Back
front.
of mine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at you're a mullet.
Look at
That's
that.
not a mullet.
That's getting there.
Come
Yeah, it's
on.
getting there.
All right, it's getting there. Yeah.
When he's filming on Butcher's Bluff, that's going to be a full blown mullet. Watch.
No, on Butcher's Bluff, it's going to be a tail. He's going to cut both of these, and he's just going to have the long tail.
A ducktail.
Now that's the.
Ooh, there's
Billy.
Billy Bob's guitar.
Look at that. Isn't that cool looking?
That's a badass guitar. Awesome. Papa loves you.
Oh, jeez.
Papa really loves you.
Hey, Papa says hello.
Look at that. That is sick.
That like could be used as a weapon too,
Yes. Bash somebody in the head with that thing.
right?
Look
Or
at
just
that.
gouge their intestines or whatever organ you want to hit.
Easy.
Sorry, I've been cooped up with this guy for a while.
Even drinking.
Violent.
too.
If anybody needs a dad bod, like, well, I don't know what you'd use him for. If anyone needs some company, please feel free to take him on for a little while.
Oh, you come to
Lance,
Colorado after this quarantine thing is over and done with. Come to Colorado.
Get her a
Please, I
vacation.
really want to. I love Colorado. I'm
I'll
not
pay you money.
Hey,
I'll pay you guys money to keep them over there and away from me. I'll pay to
Really?
keep Lance away from here. Yes,
Oh.
I would do that.
clarify, is that me or for him to come visit?
Oh, for either one of you. Sorry. Either one of you. I'd love for both of you to come and visit at the same time, separately, however that works out. I'd love for both of you guys to come visit. This is the time that I actually like Colorado. I am not a snow person. I don't like snow. I don't like cold weather. So even me during ski season and all this kind of stuff, I'm over it. I want water. I want sun, heat, any of that kind of stuff. So right now, weather's good. Mosquitoes are very, very limited. So the weather here has been good.
Mosquitoes were tearing me up this past week. I mean, killing me.
Poor Lance.
Uh,
It must have been shit-eating mosquitoes.
oh,
I don't know
Billy.
where it's at. I can't find it.
Oh, Billy. Good
I
time.
know mosquitoes down south that pick you up and carry you off.
That's right.
They're not good.
Oh yeah.
While we have the screen, wait, maybe the configuration should be the same for everybody. So we got Scott in the bottom left and we got Tyler in the bottom right. What do you guys have in common that you have up and coming?
Which is bluff.
Drew's Bluff. do you-
Butcher's Bluff. Yeah.
Can y'all want to talk about that for a minute?
William hasn't told me what I can and can't talk about, so I'm gonna. If I start to say too much, you can stop me. I'm sure. All I know is that I'm gonna be working with LC Holt, and are you in the scene with me, Scott? Or
I'll be playing. He really hasn't gave me a whole lot of information either on what is going on, other than I'll be playing Luke.
okay. He reached out to me the other day, and he told me that my filming day or days was going to be August 21st, which is awesome because that's my birthday. So I'm going to be filming Butcher's Bluff on my birthday. Thank you.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah, there's only going to be like Brink Steve. It's not even like an independent movie. It's like Brink Stevens, Sean Phillips, Paul T. Taylor, who was Pinhead. Bill Johnson was Leatherface. L.C. Holt, you said Nick Ford. This guy, Scott Williamson, is Luke. I mean, William Menstone, Ashley Laporta, Logan Hamby, Anjanette Cluis. I mean, what a lineup. That's freaking sick.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. And then I'm hoping to audition for Cowboys from Hell. If anybody has contacts with the director of that movie.
Oh, I have
that guy's a dick.
I have your
Oh,
number.
he is.
I have your number right here. I'll give it to him.
Okay.
I saved his card. I got his card. It was good talking to him and stuff like that. First time I got to meet him. Yeah, and that's what's cool about Bass. Don't give his number out on the air, Lance. Be careful.
No, we're not.
Okay.
We heard that today when we videoed something. He says, "I can't use it because you included his number instead of just."
You're the Wagner Wiles 1.5 fans may see that and call.
Yeah.
We don't, that's a secret number. Secret number. So, Mr. Tyler.
Yes.
Mr. Billy.
Yes.
Mr. Billy, Mr. Tyler. Y'all need to hook it up and do a movie together. Like I
We're
don't
gonna.
know.
Yeah, I treat it like this is like since I got the cancer thing is one movie at a time. It's like if I can get another one made before I die, I'd be happy. But if I can get two made, it'd be good. But Cowboys from Hell's coming up next, and I'd for sure work with Tyler in a heartbeat. As long as he comes out and says that he hates Lance, that would be the only stipulation with me whatsoever at anything.
Lance, if I do that, Lance, and I'm eating a pretzel at the same time, you know that's me crossing my fingers.
Right.
If you pull on your ear like Carol Burnett, then we know what's going on.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that's awesome. Yeah, y'all hook up. That'd be that's just amazing. I would like almost probably cry.
I got a scene for Scott in there too, though, but I'm not gonna tell nobody what it is. But it's pretty dang good.
Nice.
So
Scott?
he plays because
Is this like an exclusive?
I mean, he probably knew I was going to do something, but he don't know what it is. But he plays a Confederate wounded warrior that's at a hanging. So yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah,
Nice.
a little hard of hearing and yells real loud, but it's just I kept the whole Mississippi thing in mind when I was writing the lines and stuff. So it's pretty good. I think
So
in
Cowboys from Hell is Brad Potts the main character?
yes, and that
What's his character name?
actually it goes by Bloody Bill. Actually, yeah. But that's just coincidence. You gotta remember is I didn't get Bloody Bill nickname from doing horror stuff. I got it from doing Western gunfights in my early 20s. And that's because I didn't want to be Billy the Kid or Wild Bill. So I found that, Quantrell from Quantrell's Raiders and all that kind of stuff. They come up with the Bloody Bill thing. But he plays William Murphy in Cowboys from Hell. And we also got the big ones we got so far is Joe Don Baker and Bob Wall. And I'm still real close with Chris Christopherson. But we got to see what happens. A lot of those people's health, they're getting older and their health's getting really bad, I've been hearing. So we'll see what happens when I get there. So
I love Chris Christopherson.
He's the man.
what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to gain their sons and stuff, a lot of that. Now, hopefully nobody rips me off on this, but because all the Merle Haggard, Waylon Jennings, all their sons and stuff, Willie Nelson is. I'm kind of going that way, but I'm looking for their kids to work with their kids in the movie because I thought that'd be pretty cool. And also reaching out, that kind of thing.
I'm friends with Amy Nelson. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah. So that's what I want to do.
And she's part of a musical group now.
Yeah, a lot of them. I know his sons look really cool with the hair and stuff like that. They look pretty cool too. But this is what's cool about Cowboys from Hell is there's so many. There's got to easily be 80 really cool characters in there, and anybody that comes out and do a day or two shoot could actually still be a really cool character. They'd easily be an action figure. This is kind of like a superhero cowboy movie. It's pretty cool. It's the kind of thing I would have loved to seen as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've always wanted to be in a Western, but having a Western that's also, has a horror side to it, I think is a really cool idea. I mean, I've always loved Westerns, and I know that they've gotten a bad rap. People have tried to bring them back, and people are like, we can't bring back Westerns. And I think the most successful one is probably A Million Ways to Die in the West, which I liked, but I would love to see a Western with this horror. Especially Billy's work. Like, it's not just horror; it's like
so
really
twisted horror.
Yeah.
Well, there's Bone Tomahawk out there. I think that one's. I had a big thing on Facebook the other day, but everybody thinks I hate it. I don't hate it. I just had a couple of little qualms with it. But I think it set the standard of modern stuff. Would you agree, Lance? Like, that's the movie right now that everybone's trying to catch up to Western indie wise. Yeah,
I liked it. It's kind of a slow burning spot.
What's the movie?
Bone Tomahawk.
Got a great cast too: Kurt Russell, Sid Haig,
That director is just so great. Somebody needs to give him a series on one of the Netflix or something, because his detective law stuff, man, is unbelievable. His crime stuff he's just such a good director and stuff. And but the difference is, what we're going to do here is I'm taking everything I like into something, and including a kitchen sink and a Western horror, and just putting it in there. So that's why it moves so much, and it meets so many different people, and they each part of it, you could branch off and go into a different direction with another movie. So maybe it'll spawn off a bunch of other cool characters though. So there's just a lot of people popping up for just a little bit of time, and then they move on, down the road. It's just kind of epic.
We're filming that here in Texas, not in Italy, correct?
Yeah, and the reason for doing that is since it's Cowboys from Hell, I'm kind of sacrilegious, and you guys know me. I'm a Texas boy, and I don't know if I'm ready to jump out of the nest just yet. And there's a place like an hour and a half from me up here in the Davis Mountains that I'm eyeballing, and they shot Barbarossa up there.
Oh, cool.
Is what I'm eyeballing, yeah.
Towards El Paso?
Sure. Actually, I think it's up a little north. So
North there?
it's like if you go this way, instead of going this way to El Paso, it's kind of going up this way, kind of at a diagonal thing.
You kind of have to get up in that area in the Panhandle to even find a hill in Texas.
With the mountains and stuff. And the Davis Mountains is really cool up in the Alpine Marfa area and all that. I guess they filmed Giant out there too in Marfa.
Nice.
So there's some movies that's been filmed there. I know Tommy Lee Jones did a movie out here called Three Burials, if y'all haven't seen it. Now, No Country for Old Men, that's a flawless, epic Coen's brother movie. But Tommy Lee Jones did one called Three Burials. And I actually got to edit on it, and Tommy Lee Jones come to the TV station I was working on. Now, they didn't give me credit for it or anything because I was just hired. I got like $500 for an hour's worth of editing. But there's a scene in it where this man and a woman are at a hotel. They turn on the TV, and all that's on is porn. I had to edit the porn. And when I worked for this TV station, they brought in this VHS, and I had to get the VHS off to a 3/4 inch tape and then put it into my editor and all this. But it's a glass. I worked in a glass editor, right? And the Hispanic cleaning lady kept going by, and she'd see, the big boobs and the butts hitting the thing. And she was vacuuming and stuff, and all these people standing around watching what I was doing. So it was a very surreal thing. But Tommy Lee Jones didn't even make eye contact when he shook my hand or anything. It was very weird. Yeah.
That
Is he short?
Compared to me, he's short.
I know you're tall, but I mean, I've always been told he was short.
I wouldn't say he's Bill or Parrish, but he's So I don't think I think he might have been a smidge taller than they were.
Okay.
I think I'm equal to them, and I'm okay. We'll be nice. I'm 5'3", so they're at least 5'5", 5'6".
I dog on those guys a lot, and call them clowns and all that kind of stuff. But the love I have for the people I work with is just unsurpassed. Bill and Parrish and everybody. That's like Brad is. He had such a small role in there because when I did my first movie, people would think, like, if I'd talked to Tyler before, I'd have thought, man, I'm not going to ask him because I'm afraid I'm not professional enough to know these people. So I was real scared about bringing anybody in that had experience because I was scared I didn't know what I was doing. And after working with Brad, he just says, write me a damn good part next time, would you? Because this shit sucks, these little bitty parts. You're giving me this stuff. I mean, God, write me a part like popcorn. So, and that's where that whole thing is. I said, well, because he gets stereotyped a lot. And now that Lee Ermey's gone, he should be getting those roles. Yeah. But if you watch TV, you'll see Brad in underwear commercial and all kinds of weird stuff. That dude pops up in the weirdest commercials, hearing aid commercials to every weird thing, to drill sergeant football. He's in a Gordon's Fisherman, one of those Snap Into a Slim Jim commercials. He's in all kinds of weird stuff. Yeah.
I loved him in a Chuck's movie.
Yes.
The Life Insurance Lottery. That was funny. He had a good part in that.
He's just a dang good dude. I would do anything for Brad. He's down visiting he might be listening, I don't know, but he's visiting his parents up in Indiana right now. So I'm glad he got a vacation, got away from LA when those riots and stuff started. So
right, it's a good time to get away.
Yeah.
Good old Scotty and Carrie, they're just chilling in Michigan. How y'all doing?
We're doing great.
Cooped up together.
What took y'all to Michigan, you guys? I guess I missed all that.
I'm from here.
You're from here. I'm sorry.
Yes, I do. So we did long distance for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Of the
Oh, okay.
Scott got blown there by way of a tornado.
Also true.
And she had her arms out waiting.
Yeah.
She received
Yes,
him.
exactly.
That's right. You can't write that kind of love story.
You
So can I ask a question for Scott real quick? So I've had like one of my biggest fears in my life, two of them. Lightning and tornadoes are my two biggest. Like tornadoes, just because I grew up in for quite a few years, I was in Tornado Alley in Oklahoma, and so we were always hiding in the closet, hiding in the bathroom, and just the threat of tornadoes and stuff. But I saw that the news station did that interview with you, and you said that people say it sounded like a freight train, but it sounded like hell. It sounded like the devil. It sounded like, what was that? I mean, were you just
Exactly what
your
you said.
adrenaline just up to where you were you were just kind of in that survival mode of just paying attention to everything going on around you while it was falling apart?
I was recording with my phone out the bathroom window.
While it was happening. So you're like this out the bathroom window?
I was
Wow.
looking at the window, and then as soon as stuff started hitting the house, my dog was underneath my wheelchair with her head sticking out between my legs. And as soon as stuff started hitting the house, I just dropped the phone and like got into survival mode, and just leaned down on my legs and just reached around her head and just held her. And all I could hear was my mom screaming and hollering. It was the scariest thing we've ever witnessed in our lives. And that's the second time a tornado has come through. The first time was about 3 or 4 years ago. It was about 5:40 in the morning, and I was in my bed asleep. And then all of a sudden, my trailer just started huckabucking, like just bouncing up and down. And then it was over with. And this one come through, and this is the only two we've ever had come through there in my entire life that I've lived there. And that's what made it even more scary, because we never have anything like that. It usually splits and goes around us because we live such high up on a hill.
Oh, yeah.
Like the weather usually breaks and goes around us, but when it hit us, it was the EF5, 2.5 miles wide, 215 mile an hour winds. It went from being light outside to pitch black within 15 minutes, probably. I was at my trailer. My mom called me, and it took me within 10 minutes of me getting from my trailer to her house and getting in the bathroom, it hit us.
So your mom was with you, and she was in another room, and you could hear her screaming?
Y'all were together, though.
She came in. I was over at my trailer and went to her house because the dogs and everything was over there with her. And we went back into my old bathroom whenever I lived there with them. I had a rolling shower for my wheelchair. And we went in that bathroom and was hunkered down in there when it hit. And it sucked the roof off the top above us and stuck the lights out of the sheetrock. And the sheetrock was sitting there just trembling like this, shaking. And then as soon as it passed through, we got an alert that there was another one coming right behind it.
Wow.
And we put our heads down and started praying more, and it just turned and went north of us. Like, so we got so lucky. If it would have come through and hit again, it probably would have sucked us out the top of the house.
Man.
And it wasn't like 2 or 3 weeks later, y'all were in the closet again, right? Like another one, like weird.
If I would have stayed in my trailer, we would not be having this conversation right now. I'd be.
So your trailer is totally gone.
It's gone. Like, it took the frame of my trailer and wrapped it around a pine tree.
Whoa.
Like a boomerang.
Now they always say too is like you have pets. Did the pets know anything before you did? Like they say pets always sense that stuff, and I've always wondered that.
Yeah, as soon as when it gets bad weather, I know my dog when it gets bad weather, he gets real trembly and real like panicky. Like she'll make circles or figure eights or whatever, and she'll just be nervous acting, and she'll always want to stay right underneath me. You know, so
I think I speak for the entire heart. So excited that you're okay.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for you.
Aww. Carrie's so sweet.
Very thankful.
Carrie, you had just gone home and then came right back, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
she was there.
20, not even 24 hours. It was like 12 hours, and I was right back.
Wow.
Yeah,
So you missed it.
For like 2
Yeah.
seconds.
Fortunately,
she
but
went home,
unfortunately.
Right.
What he's not telling you is that he accidentally recorded audio like immediately after and played it for me while I was driving a vehicle. And
Oh,
I had a complete emotional breakdown. It was the most horrific thing I've ever heard. I can't even imagine living through it. And that was the aftermath that I was listening to.
wow.
So,
Wow. Everything
Yeah,
on me
whenever-
right now. This is all standing up. It's insane.
yes,
Well,
exactly. It was
like
terrible.
whenever I was recording it, whenever I dropped down to go down, my phone landed on my lap and my stomach hit the phone and stopped recording. Well, whenever it was over with, I come back up somehow or another. I hit record again on the phone, and it was recording everything that we was saying, the crying, my mama crying, everything. So I mean, as soon as I played it for her, it wasn't not even a minute into it. She was crying. She was
Hot
like,
mess.
she said, "Turn it off. I can't listen to that."
Yeah. No. I mean, that's intense, man. I mean, that's, and like I was saying, you know, that being in that moment, I'm sure it felt like a lot longer than what was actually happening because of your adrenaline and everything, like pumping all, like, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah,
It's a crazy situation that nobody goes through, and it's interesting to be able to talk to somebody who's been through that experience. But I'm sure that it also gets tiring having to relive it. I'm sure you'd like to forget it by now, and like kind of move on and move past it. But you always have to go through that series of people that are curious and questions, including myself. And so I appreciate you, talking about it.
People want to talk all the time, like about how I got hurt, or how'd you end up in a wheelchair, and I'm more than glad to talk about it. And I've
Still here. You're
accepted
still here.
Yeah, ever since, I mean, I got in a car wreck whenever I was 7 years old, and I had a huge hole in my forehead. I got a huge scar right here. Then when I turned 14, I got paralyzed, racing motocross. I was 21. I stayed home. I didn't go nowhere. 2 days before I turned 28, the tornado come through. I was talking about earlier, and was shaking my trailer up and down and dropped it. And then this is 2 years shy of 7 years that this one come through and hit. So it's like every 7 years something's trying to like get me or something.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
yet.
Carrie's like, not anymore.
Not yet, Satan.
Yep.
I'm in charge now.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And I want to touch on the horror community because I know we talk all the time about how we get a bad rap that we're evil people or because we like such demented things that we can't be okay in the head and our hearts must be all screwed up.
Proved them wrong.
The way the horror community circled around Scott it touched my heart even more than they already had. There's not a tighter group of people that has each other's backs and loves each other harder than real family.
True.
You're absolutely right about that.
True
I'm
statement.
so thankful that me and her was actually just talking about this. I was like, whenever I raced motocross, it was really family oriented, and I told her, I said, I've never found anything else that felt like home to me since I raced motocross, and the horror community is amazing. I said a lot of people on the outside looking in that don't really like the stuff that we like would look at us and be like, okay, well, there's something wrong with them. They're crazy or whatever. But being inside the circle of the horror community, everybody loves one another. Everybody sticks up for one another. Everybody helps one another. And I love that. Everything.
Hell yeah. We saw it at the convention too. It was real evident at the convention,
Yeah.
Most definitely.
at the Cult Classic
Hey,
convention.
how is that pineapple? Yeah.
Whip.
Say it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Say
I
it.
have-
missed it.
Yeah.
You missed it.
Scott, when it comes around, we're going to have to put you somewhere.
That's right. 7-year anniversary. I think the woman in his life knows how to
Bubble wrap
Yeah,
time.
bubble wrap this up.
I
Yep.
got it.
That's right.
He's the best. Well, who's going to play first? I want to hear somebody play.
I will
What are you
show
gonna
you.
hear?
I'll show you the work, but I think Billy, if Billy wants to play, I'm still like every time that I pick up the guitar to play it, I'll play a little bit and then I'll like analyze it and then I'll take it apart and then I'll modify something on it. So I'm more of a tinkerer than a player. I want to get to be where I'm playing more and more comfortable with that. I was actually talking to a guy. I think you guys know him. David something. Do you guys know what David?
David.
Oh, hang on.
Lots of Davids.
Yeah, that's a pretty common name, isn't it? David Sheridan.
Sheridan, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So we were talking a little bit tonight because he's a big player and everything, and so he was asking about my pickups, and then we started talking about because he used to play, and I was basically telling him the same thing that when there he is right there.
So Tyler, do you remember how we met David?
Yeah, that's
No,
David.
we were talking.
We met David at the convention when I was checking everybody's bracelets to make sure they could be at the VIP. And so I got talking to him, and then I was like, dude, I'm in love with you. Not like literally in love with him, but I loved his story. So I took him around. I was like, hey, you need to know all these people. And so we went around meeting people.
He's a good guy.
Billy and I, Bill, I would love to play the guitar with Billy once we get to know each other more because, who knows, our styles can be completely different. I'm more bluesy, and I don't know. I mean, I'm just guessing. I'm probably profiling, but I imagine that Billy, you're a little more on the heavy metal side, right?
Probably heavier blues. I didn't get into the new metal or nothing like that, so I was always a Van Halen clone.
Oh, okay.
Van Halen was like my king when I was a kid. I saw him in concert on the '84 tour, and he did that thumbs up, and I swore he was looking at me. It wasn't the other million of people. And I said, "Oh!" So the next day, I went and bought a guitar at like 15 years old, and then that's
like jukebox hero story right there.
Yeah. I'm sure he must have been doing a thumbs up to me, right? Because he was looking right at me.
Yeah.
What do you play mostly, Billy?
Well, it seems like I play mostly heavier blues now. The guitar I got today is just a Hendrix Monterey.
Oh yeah, the Monterey.
So I played in a Hendrix cover band where I played a fat, white, bloated Jimi Hendrix. I put on the afro and everything. And they go, I'd say it's the Billy Hendrix experiment. And they go, you mean experience? I go, oh, no, it's not that good. It's just an experiment. So, but we did pretty good and even did some charity gigs on TV and stuff. So I got a little bit of blues. I think I'm better at, I guess blues rock than anything else because I'm pretty stuck in the pentatonics, but I need to know my road maps a little better. I don't feel like I get too far out of my comfort zone, so that's where my weakness come in.
That's my problem too, because I can figure out keys and stuff, and then I can stay in those scales. But then when you're trying to jam with somebody, like as soon as music comes up, what was that, Scott?
Go back, Scott.
That's a beefcake Billy LaBeef.
That's awesome. There he is.
Oh, there's the Billy Hendrix. Yeah,
Billy Hendrix.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Then we got this one.
Yeah.
Now there's
Peace,
too many
peace,
things
love, and
to say
chicken
about
grease.
that one.
That's
I thought it was love, peace, and chicken grease.
It might be. I don't know. That was a brown acid a while ago. Remembering, and I don't quite do that. So.
All right, Billy, you have the floor for a moment.
What do you want? Because I don't think we can play anything. I guess I can play some of my stuff.
play some of your.
Y'all hear it okay?
Yeah.
Definitely Van Halen.
No big whammy bar on this one. I'll put it out at 2.
That was awesome. Yeah, I'm not going up against that. That's not.
Well, at least show us your guitar. At least show us your stuff.
We'll play something on the set, Tyler, on Cowboys from Hell. We'll get a bunch of guitar pickers out there and do something out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. So here's a guitar that I made for my son.
Awesome.
Skateboard guitar. So basically, I took a telly, I made these pickups, and then found some old, Thrasher and Bones and just some skater stickers, and then I took a vehicle wrap Where did I lose everybody? How come I can't see everybody?
It's just
There we
you.
go. Okay. So this is, I found this neck, kind of a telly style neck. I like it because it's really thick. I like thick necks. I don't like really thin necks. And then used an automotive wrap to wrap this telly body, and then just did all the wiring and everything. And this is my kid's guitar now. So,
Awesome.
Does he
That's
play
nice.
guitar?
That's sweet.
huh?
Does he play?
Not as much as I'd like him to.
Okay.
And I don't want to force it on him. I just
Right.
I want to give him the opportunity, and if he wants to play it. But I end up picking up this guitar quite a bit. It doesn't have the most resonance to it, but it's definitely a solid guitar, and with the pickups are good. But and Billy will understand what I'm saying. Like a lot of guitars, like you get the resonance. Like even if it's not plugged in and you play it, you kind of get that. You can hear that tone, and you kind of hear the loudness to it. A lot of times on Billy's Monterey, you might have. Do you have a steel bridge or a steel block on that bridge?
This one's factory. I got another one, but I keep this one out because when I practice, I keep it standard tune, and all my other 99.5% of my other guitars are tuned half a step down.
Oh,
but I figured you guys would come in and probably standard tune, so that's why I brought this one in on this one. But yeah, some guitars are just special. You strum them without being plugged in, and you can have two of the same guitars, but one of them feels and sounds just different. Like that multicolored one I had the other day. There's something alive about it. When you play it through a loud amp, it feels like it vibrates. I want to say like you can just feel it in the wood and stuff, and that's what I look for in a guitar. I'd like to pick it up, close my eyes, and strum it. And that's where I know. That's what I like, because I can't build a guitar to save my life. I try, and I'm horrible. So to wrap pickups and stuff, that's pretty good.
I try to do stuff every now and then. You might appreciate this one, Billy, because I bought this body. The body ended up being way too soft. It's so soft that you can't really like it. It's not a good guitar body. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to decorate it. So I did an Eddie Van Halen style paint job, but with different colors.
Cool.
With gold and green and everything, and then just it's just decoration now, and it's just these aren't my pickups. These are just stock pickups and everything. And honestly, I don't even think a neck is going to fit on this thing, so it's just decoration in my little workshop here. But I'm just more interested in the construction. So when we talk about tone, we talk about like the bridge and all that kind of stuff, like that just I nerd out on, and then I go to play it, and I can tell I can play it, and I can tell like what's good and what's not, but then my skills just haven't caught up with my brain where I want to be, So anyway,
I don't think it ever does, Todd. I don't think I was telling my stepkid's playing guitar now, and he knows in his head what he needs to do, but he can't get his fingers to go along with them. And I say it's the opposite for me. My fingers go before they know what they're doing, and most of the time it's the wrong stuff, unfortunately. But yeah, it's like switches. But I've really been into big brass blocks lately on the back of the strings and stuff. Yeah, and that's like my big thing now. Is I love the big old brass blocks. They seem to be helping a whole bunch.
Okay, yeah, because they have steel, brass, titanium, and then they have the other ones that are the like they usually come with your bridges that are the zinc mix. And those are usually the lower quality. But if you can get the brass or the steel or the titanium, those are definitely the way to go.
I would like the titanium, but I don't think I can afford that just yet. I think the one you're forgetting to talk about. Yeah, I haven't either because they're too dang expensive. But I think the one you're missing were like midget bones, where they make them out of little dwarfs' bones. Like that's the elusive one I'm looking for, because that's supposed to be the best sustained for like days.
I want you to hold that thought for a minute. We have an orb, and an orb means he has something to say.
It does. Thank you. I just want to make sure that Tyler and Scott realize that William R. Stone is actually watching. And he did say, Tyler, he needs one of your guitars.
Yes. So that was going to lead into one of my questions is, Tyler, do you take requests for like, okay, hey, I'm looking for da-da-da-da-da, and do you make such requests?
I would if somebody asked me. I mean, when people ask me, I'll do stuff. Like I just had a friend whose dad he traveled with his church for his entire life, and he had an old 1957 Gibson acoustic guitar, And 15 years before he passed away, he had somebody fix it, and he didn't fix it right. And so he put it in the case, and it was broken for 15 years, and then he passed away. And then his son, who I'm friends with, asked me if I would take a look at it. I took it. I fixed it. It only took a few days, and the thing stays in perfect tune. It's amazing. Like, if anybody asks me, yeah, I'll do stuff like that. But William I've already heard him say he does not play single coil. He only plays humbuckers. And humbuckers, I've done PAFs. They're a lot trickier. I will do them again. But William, if you're willing to take a single coil, I'm saying faster turnaround.
I don't know what all that means, but
Yeah.
I see his lineup of guitars, and there's some serious stuff going on in Williams' lineup.
Yeah, it's all humbuckers. He doesn't do single coil. Or at least that's what he told me in the past.
I think that means something to all you people that play guitars, right?
Well, it's you got a single coil like these.
Yep.
See, these are just one. If it's a
Okay.
humbucker, it'd have two, and supposedly it's because it bucks the hum, so therefore it's like keeps it where it's a little quieter. If you're doing Hendrix, you want the single coil because it's going to give you some good feedback, is what I like. But humbuckers are good for AC/DC, Black Sabbath, that kind of stuff. You get a classic Gibson sound.
And these
two
are humbuckers
rectangle
right
things?
here.
The two rectangles, shiny things?
Yeah,
Yes.
two shiny rectangles. So what happened? These are the PAFs that I made for this guitar because they used to have active pickups, which are battery powered. And if you put a battery powered pickup into a tube amp, it just, I don't know. For me, it just sounded really weird. So I really wanted to have passive pickups, and so I wound these PAFs and put them in the Schecter, which I like this guitar. I'm not a huge fan of the headstock on it. I like more of a cleaner headstock, but I mean, this is a decent guitar. So
Nice.
Active pickups are way high gain.
say one again.
I said active pickups, they're so high gain when you put them on a tube amp, it's hard to get you get a lot of gain to it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Hetfield had created for his custom guitar an active / passive pickup, which is really interesting. And I want to look into that a little bit more, but because he was the same way, where he wanted the active and then he wanted the he wanted the active and he also wanted the passive qualities.
That's a bisexual pickup. Yeah.
Wait, did you say bi? What'd you say?
Yeah, it's bisexual pickup. It goes both
Bisexual
ways.
pickup.
AC and DC.
She needs to pay attention.
I was actually trying to ask William a question. That's right, shiny things. I talk in girl talk because I don't know how to play guitar. I want to, but my fingers do their own thing and it sounds just like crap. So my uncle makes guitars, custom guitars in Michigan, and he made one for my son for Christmas a couple years ago, or I bought one that he had made. I tried to play it and it just sounded really bad. So I'm sure it was me, not the guitar.
And he's in Michigan. You should connect him with Scott.
That's right.
I mean, Michigan's a big state, but
Michigan's a big state.
so just wanted to kind of show you guys. This is the other thing so this is a set that I made. These are single coil pickups, and then this is the inner workings. And so all of my pickups, I put on the magnets, and then do my little signature on them, and then I do the wiring, all this kind of stuff here.
Crazy.
So, did you go to school for that, Tyler? For electrician?
No, I didn't like the active pickups, and they were $300. So I was like, I'll just learn how to make a pickup, and then I did.
And you said you told us one time that you find it like in your, I think you're probably a little OCD like me, to where it finds you a channel to not fixate on other things.
Yes, it can be a distraction at times.
What's that word? Oh shit! We use it at the convention all the time. Oh shit!
Lance, don't touch my butt.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah. God dog it.
Oh, we were trying to create
What's
another.
that word?
I don't know.
All I remember Lance saying there was, "Have you met my best friend Tyler?"
He reps Tyler all the time. He loves him some Tyler.
I know my card is all over Instagram, and he's really nice enough to hide my phone number. Not that anybody would call me, but
Okay, so
he only
William
owns SGs and Les Pauls, but he's down for a Strat. All right, so
Hey,
that
Strat,
means
that means Stratosphere?
Stratocaster.
That's like a famous violin dude, right?
Like this.
Stratocaster.
No, that's Stradivarius.
Stradivarius.
See, it's all strings. I'm in the right
You're so
family.
cute. You're so cute.
I'm learning one day at a time. Okay, so Tyler, did you learn by taking guitars apart and learning the mechanics, or from YouTube?
That's how I've learned. Well, I've learned a lot on YouTube, but I've learned most. I mean, I got into computers by taking them apart, trying to upgrade them, and then figuring out that the components couldn't be upgraded. And then I learned kind of, then it's time to get a new computer and then how to work on those. So I started off with computers like that. I've done that with computers. I mean, ever since I was a kid, I took stuff apart. It was just something I love deconstructing and then reconstructing. And so with guitars, that's why I said, like, if I sit there and play and stuff and I look at the guitar a little bit, eventually I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to do something. I'm going to try to modify it. I'm going to reconstruct it. So a lot of it is self-taught. I haven't been in any classes or anything like that, but I have done some YouTube videos, mostly for advice, not necessarily a how-to, because typically if I watch a how-to video, then I'm in my brain, I'm like, how would I do this? And then I'm doing my own how-to video instead of watching their how-to video. So
Scott, Scott got the guitar.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna show you all my acoustic. It's
Nice.
Oh, he's pretty.
Oh, that is nice. What is that?
it's Seagull.
What year is it?
2019, I believe.
Okay, so it's relatively new. Okay.
Yeah, it's
I couldn't tell if it was an older model or.
No, it's a newer guitar. They're about 500, I think. They're around $500.
Wow.
Okay.
Artificial intelligence. Hey, real quick, I want to ask two real quick things of Billy, so I don't forget. Is Rusty's name in Cowboys from Hell a working name, or is that going to be his name?
Oh, that's his name.
Okay, that's awesome. And then also the re-release of Circus of the Dead from Dread.
14th of July.
Okay.
Actually, that's something that you should say is you guys, this indie horror stuff is, I put that damn movie out and we premiered it in early 2014. We didn't get it out till mid 17. Then now recently it got pulled because now I sold it, and then now it's getting put back out. It's like, so you're talking, what is that, 4 years or something, 4 or 5 years? It's like, it's crazy to think that it hadn't even seen a small part of the pie, because this is going to be worldwide distribution this time.
And this is
Nice.
and there's going to be new stuff. That PSA will be on it for sure.
No, they pulled the PSA.
It was really? Okay.
It was too dicky.
Too graphic.
Too dickish. No, too dickish. But they pulled that on there. But there's some other stuff. It's the stuff we shot at Bastrop.
Okay.
About the movie and
The
stuff.
making
Yeah.
of? Okay.
When I went out there, I met Tyler for the first time. He goes, "Yeah, I talked to Chanel." And
When that re-release comes out, you've got to get a copy. I can't go on.
Please do, because I need to get some more ramen noodles. So
we need more Billy Fawn movies.
And we're going to do that too. Like I said, that's my only goal in life now is to make movies. Everything else is secondary. Other than loving my wife and stuff, everything else in my life is secondary to movies.
Nice.
Awesome.
So everybody other than this top quadrant over here where we are, all of y'all are going to be in a film together at some point soon, right? That's the goal?
That you do the lower half? These?
Well, the Scott, the Tyler, and the bloody part, yeah?
Oh, yeah, we'll do Cowboys. I'll put them all in Cowboys. I know Scott's got something in Cowboys. I'll work with Tyler if he wants to work with me. I'll work with Tyler if he brings me some single coil pickups. So, real hot ones. For my Hendrix.
Tyler, are you froze or are you playing with us?
Oh, I was like, wow, he's pretty serious.
Oh, he dropped it. Oh, man.
Where am I?
Like tough negotiations or something
Bad night,
going
Kane.
on.
Sorry. No, I had bad internet all of a sudden.
Did you catch all that, Tyler?
Did you catch
I
all
did not.
that?
I missed everything.
You're in Cowboys from Hell, basically.
But there's a buyout.
Yeah, I said, well, Yeah, I just got to trade you some single coils. You bring me some single coils, some real hot ones.
Deal.
But then we, when I said that though, you look like this. You're like,
You just stated like tough negotiator.
You were frozen.
Really? Okay. No.
I was like, Tyler.
So single coils for Billy. All
He's
right.
making notes there.
it's got to be real hot though. I want something really late '60s, like super hot and Hendrixy.
Hendrixy.
Loud.
So
Yeah.
overwound.
So this is-
Overwound
this
and
is
loud.
exclusive, right?
Hey, we're making magic happen right now.
This is exclusive.
Overwound. Hendrixy.
I've probably got about a dozen strats, and that's my favorite thing to do is pop in a new pick guard with some pickups in it and see what it does. So
So
Okay.
you don't need the
I'll
whole
take it
guitar,
out,
you just
yeah.
want pickups.
yeah, I got guitars out my rear end.
What do you do? So for the Hendrixy, do you know the magnets that they use? Were they 2s, 3s, 5s?
I don't know. I
Don't know.
that much.
Okay, I'll find out.
I know the guitar's got 6 strings. It's got
What
6
year?
of them.
What year is your favorite year? So like my favorite year is 62,
69,
69.
69,
Of course.
dude.
How did we know?
69, 70. Yeah.
All right.
The pickups that Tyler sent me in this guitar sound
Pretty good.
Yeah, they sound amazing.
Okay, so we need.
I made those to an early 60s spec.
They
Those were
sound-
early 60s. So they do sound good. You like
they-
the
amazing.
awesome. Thank you, man.
Tyler, did you ever read up on that Abigail Ibarra, that Fender and stuff? Abigail Ibarra.
No.
You should look that up. She was the one who did the pickups for everybody in the 60s. And then they brought her back recently and she wound some and she signed a backup. And I bought a set of those. And that was pretty cool because she's like supposed to be the end all say all of winding pickups.
And she hand winds?
She did, but I think she's retired now. But she was Fender's golden goose for like 30, 40 years.
Wow.
Anybody from the mayor to Stevie Ray, all of them had Abigail Ibarra pickups.
This is I'll have to find it. I've got a magazine somewhere that talks about all the custom, like all through the years and the custom and all that kind of stuff. She's probably in that magazine.
She is, and she's just interesting to check out some YouTube videos on. She's a pretty interesting person. She don't get enough respect in the world.
Abigail Barr. Okay.
Ibarra, yeah, Ibarra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got to be the bad guy. So we need Scotty to let us know where he can be found. All your social media, what's coming up, Scotty?
Scott Williamson at Facebook. I have an Instagram, but I hardly ever get on there. I only get on there a lot.
You're on Facebook every once in a while.
Yeah,
It's
well, I was on Facebook a good bit until all this stuff happened.
Right.
That's what I just told her the other day. I said, man, I'm just killing me not being on there and being as active as I was, sharing as much as I was, talking to everybody as much as I was. I said, but everything that's happened in the last couple months, you know what I mean, and transitioning and moving and everything else, I just really haven't had time to do anything.
She's on YouTube.
Aw,
That's awesome.
it's William's mom.
That's William's mommy.
Aw, I love her.
Mama Cindy.
Mama
And you
Cindy.
got and you got Butcher's Bluff coming up, and apparently
Butcher's Bluff.
Cowboys from Hell,
Cowboys from Hell, Wicked Train.
Wicked Train. We're gonna do a movie together.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's gonna be done a movie.
And Tyler and I have done a scene together in a movie.
So y'all are in Wicked Train, the Wicked Train together.
Right?
I'm going to be behind the camera on Wicked Train.
It's gonna be great to have you there.
I don't like to be in front of the camera. I'll be
why won't you
behind
be
the
in-
camera.
Why won't you be in front of the
I like bossing people around. I don't like taking instruction. I'm the boss.
She
I'm
is
with
the
you,
boss.
Truth.
Well,
That's right.
anybody needs hair and makeup.
Hell yeah.
That's right. Hey, we
That's
can
what-
make a team with just this group right here. We have a team of awesomeness happening.
Hey, she cuts hair for a living. She manages a hair salon. So
Crack that whip.
You got it.
Okay, so Tyler,
he's the one cutting the mullet.
Was Scott going to play something? Scott, were you going to play something on your guitar?
No.
All right. Sorry. I thought you were.
all right, Tyler,
If I
where
had
can we
my-
find you? What's coming up?
I keep on hearing bits and pieces. I mean, we've got Butcher's Bluff coming up. Hopefully Cowboys from Hell, if I can audition for that. And then the other is still, we're still looking at Red Runners.
Okay.
And Red Runners, we've gotten some updates. The reason why Red Runners has taken so long is because it's set in like the year 2040, and the CGI is just really intense. And it sounds to me like they've had to outsource CGI to multiple people. And so, Billy, you could probably understand this. Like, if you took your movie and said, okay, I'm going to go to 3 different CGI houses, they're all going to have their different artistic spin on it. And so trying to get those, and the money. So if you're going to try to go and try to get those to mesh up properly, that's got to be tough, So it's just taking some time, but hopefully, I mean, I'm trying to stay in shape for it. I'm trying to, stay in wolf character. So if Red Runners does happen, it's a very slim chance, but I'd love to still be a part of that as well.
Could you help us, Tyler?
Sorry?
Could you help us a little?
Help
with
you what?
dad bod, when you say you're trying to stay in shape, with the gyms being closed, can you help us out a little bit?
What I'm doing?
Now, she said I'm fat, Tyler. She called me fat,
I did
Tyler.
not say those words.
Call me fat.
I had no idea. So I live in Colorado, which I should have known this before, but I always went to the gym, and now that I can't go to the gym, I didn't realize there are so many trails. Like, I can leave my house and hit a trail and go 30 miles.
Wow.
Not on a road, like all the way into the mountains. I can hit trails, rattlesnakes, all that stuff around us and everything. It's kind of nice to get reconnected with nature that way. So I ride my bike, and basically do 2 like push-ups and friggin' curls.
So
Because
what
you can't
you're
find dumbbells
saying
anymore.
is you can do it without the actual gym and the people there to chit chat with.
I'm sitting right here.
Yep.
I'm talking as if you're right here. Just trying to help you out.
Although I will say that if Lance's deal is that he chit chats with people at the gym, I'm kind of known as the mayor at the gym. I kind of know everybody, so I get that too.
He does. His jaws get a good workout.
And if anybody's wanting to see Tyler, get this right here. This is the Blu-ray of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
And I have an interview on that.
He has an actual interview on that.
Really good one.
And that's Shout, right? Scream or Shout, or something? Is it the same?
Scream Factory?
Scream Factory or Shout? I think it's all the same.
It's same thing, yeah. Same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Which one?
My favorite.
Hey.
Oh, there,
Right
right there.
There's Scott's copy of it.
Yeah.
This survived the tornado.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yes.
Don't break anything.
I think. What do y'all?
I went to the movies to go see that when it first come out, the opening night, that movie.
What'd you think about it?
Back then, I loved it and stuff. I mean, watching it now, I pick things apart. I was confused at the end when the guy had 6 nipples and he said it was the ultimate fear. And I've watched it 3 or 4 times and I'm still not quite sure. But I noticed that's his style because he wrote Butcher Boys too, with
Kim.
Yeah, with Dwayne Graves and Justin Meeks, and Kim's got that style, I guess, or something. So it's just missing. I'd like to talk to him someday and ask him. Help me out, understand it.
He called me probably about right after a Cult Classic. Was that 4 months ago?
Yeah.
He called me to say hi, which I thought was really cool. Kim's a very interesting person. I never understood. I mean, I joke around about it. I said that the movie kind of like went crazy after I died. But, I agree with you. I never really understood Rothman's. Is it Rothman or Rothman? I never understood the whole Scar thing. But it is what it is. I mean, I still, I had a good time making it. I mean, not every movie is going to be for every person. So,
well, you're destined to get an Academy Award too. So,
I am.
Yeah.
I want to say, with a face like this, y'all don't get to see my private message. Because that was written personally for me. Scott, your mom can testify. Is that private? Yes. It was not. It's not meant for
Not
everyone.
appropriate.
That's
Not
right.
appropriate.
We love you guys.
One quick thought though. I think maybe it was like Tyler, it was the Illuminati kind of thing, like it was an underground society.
That's what I was
Because
thinking.
if you watch Butcher Boys too, they kind of touch on that too. Like there's an underground society of some real seedy things, and then in a lot of actual politics and stuff now they say that's going on still in the world. So maybe it touches some of that kind of stuff.
But if it was the Illuminati, what would be the purpose behind the organization's intent to scare people? Is it to control them? Because you're not going to control people if you're just trying to scare four teenage kids in the woods. You know?
Yeah, I don't know the tie-in to just making meat. It should have just been simple and making meat.
Right. I agree with that because again, even if if their intent was just to scare us so we could go back and kind of spread the word of fear, then they wouldn't have killed us.
Yeah.
You know, I personally, I really hoped that my character, actually, while we were shooting, I was hoping that my character was going to be taxidermied because I didn't really see my death scene was more of a glancing blow. Like, I think that I could have survived that. And some people are actually like, what happened to you? You just kind of disappeared. And I kind of wish that they would have taxidermied me or if I could come back somehow. But
could have just been a bad concussion.
Any actor in any movie always wants to come back.
Oh yeah.
You want to be on the last page of the script.
Parrish says that about Circus.
Guy, right?
Parrish goes, well, technically you didn't see me die.
Right.
That's correct. That's
what
right.
Parrish said.
Okay, we need.
All right, so we're getting this time thing on us, Billy. I didn't ask you earlier, but is there? You said you did cowboy movies earlier. Is there a place where we can find those? Because I know that there's a few.
No,
of us that
I
really
did
like
cowboy reenactments is what I did as a kid. I mean,
okay.
a 20-something year old when I was Scott's age. I did like cowboy reenactments when I had a baby face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a baby Huey face. Now, I'll tell you quick, as far as finding me anywhere, don't leave me alone. And as far as improving Lance's looks, you can start by putting a bag over his face, for starters.
How about this?
Yeah. But yeah, I don't care. Don't find me. Leave me alone.
Thank you for your video, because he's going to catch hell for that video the rest of his life.
The one from Ricky. So
yeah, Ricky. I want to work with Ricky real bad.
If you buy this DVD, he'll put that special thing right there on the nose.
If you ask.
Yeah, if you ask.
Yeah.
He will graciously put that on there.
Penis included.
Tyler, there it is. Tyler signed something personal to your wife. I probably drew a penis. I feel real bad now. I'm like,
sorry.
I'm so blessed. I run out of things. You guys, I probably got some kind of brain damage going on. I think it's a good thing because it makes me pretty interesting in making films, but that's where the allure comes from, is like frontal lobe damage. So that's where my filmmaking career comes from, yeah.
Awesome.
It works.
Yeah.
Well, I think to make
man.
a kind of movie that you did, you have to be a little kind of, up here. But it's an amazing movie, and once I made it through, I watched it again. I did, but I had to get through.
Tyler, did you watch it yet?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
Yep.
You watched it with us that night, right?
No.
He went at the screening.
Oh.
He was too tired. You were
I couldn't watch the screening because the screening, my OCD, like it was too. I couldn't focus. I get distracted really, really easily as well, and so no, I watched that on my own.
Good.
No. So did you end up liking it?
Oh yeah, I loved it. Well, and also, I mean, when you see people that you know, it makes it more enjoyable. I love watching like my friends, in scenes and everything, and so that also helped as well. But no, I really did. But I could see
Mm-hmm.
why the gentleman who played Papa Corn, what was his name?
Bill.
Why he only saw him do that like once or twice, like where he
twice as
that's
a
a disturbing character.
Yeah,
he enjoyed it. Like when we watched it at the convention, he enjoyed it that time watching it with the crowd, and it gave him a whole different perspective. So he actually enjoys it now from what he said. So yay for all of us, because I enjoy it now too.
Yeah.
And still
they won't admit it. Like Bill won't admit it. And if he was on here now, he'd say, "Bill, you're crazy." But I think he was embarrassed and a little scared. of it. And in the beginning, he watched it once and it scared him real bad. He said he had to go outside and listen to the birds whistle and see the sky and stuff. But this was only the second time he watched it there, and then he saw it with the fans, and then he thought, oh, okay. He goes, yeah, it's real scary and brutal, but the fans love it, and they play it out like Rocky Horror Picture Show now. So everywhere we go, so I think he appreciates it like that.
Yeah,
He's always been proud. I think he's such a sweet guy. I think he hates being seen as such a monster.
Right.
I think, and people come out to those conventions and they call him Papa Corn and all this. I go, you guys, that's Bill Opers. He's not
That's
like
right,
Papa
he's
Corn in
Bill.
real life. Yeah.
Yeah.
We know firsthand he's not that like that at
He's
all.
a sweet, sweet man.
Really is.
Did you see that message from Eddie, Billy?
What did it say? Did it say fuck off?
No, Eddie
Can I
says,
be
can
murdered? Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm going to do that casting call again, and we'll have a circus scene, and we're going to set that circus ablaze this time and have everybody run it out and stuff. So we saved that tent from the first movie in the hopes that part 2 we're going to burn that tent down and film it.
nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would
Awesome.
love to get into that one too.
Yes.
Are you doing videotaped auditions, or are you old school and do
Yeah.
everything?
No, we do. I do video and everything like that. But mostly if I know somebody's work, sometimes I don't have to because I'll just write parts with them in mind. Like Scott, I wrote his part in mine. So there'll be a lot of nudity. And
Thank God.
you know what I do?
Thank God. That's awesome.
When I write parts for people I know and stuff, if they ever get to sign autographs, I want to, like Roy Shuck's probably listening tonight, and I want them to have something cool to write on their poster, so I give them a good line. So Scott will have a really good line. I can't tell him what it is, but it'll be like what he signs all his posters with. Everybody will get a kick out of it.
What was Roy's "fuck you very much"?
Yeah, which we took from Sid Haig.
Right.
Sid Haig.
Yeah,
I think
I
we
love
got a
Sid
picture.
Haig.
We got a picture signed from Sid, and he says "fuck off" and die.
I think he says it on
He
mine.
says something on his autograph. Yeah.
Son of popcorn.
Yeah. All right. Well, we love you guys, and we thank you for coming tonight. Scott, it was a nice surprise that you had
It was great.
internet that didn't disconnect us all, and we look forward to coming together. Don't find Billy, and
find
we
me.
know where to find Scott.
Just
and
stalk
Tyler.
Billy through me.
Yes.
Yeah, if he's tormenting
Yeah.
Lance. And if y'all have any coding you need Lance to decipher, he seems to be
I
a
can't-
genius at it.
no,
so
I'm not.
send it his way, and he'll figure
And
it out.
Brian
for you.
Clegg sucks. I want to say that for not being on here tonight. He was invited. Yeah.
Brian.
Brian gets up like at 4 in the morning.
don't
I'm
care.
going to
3, he
defend
said
him.
3. I don't
yes.
believe him.
Well, I don't know whose time zone.
Who gets up at 3 o'clock in the
Why
morning?
would he get up at 3?
Thank you.
Because he goes to work super early. So I'm going to defend him. He's not here, but he gets up
he,
super,
he works
early.
like 4 hours from where he lives. Love you, David.
Well,
I mean, come on.
we love you guys, and anytime y'all want to come back on and just chit chat, shoot the shit, whatever you want to do,
Your show is every Sunday night?
Every other.
it's
They're
yeah,
shooting
we
for
do
every
other.
I'll just
Brigade has grown so huge that poor George has tons of directions he's going in. Joe has to herd all these cats together and try to keep everybody together, and he's got 1 day a week off, and that's Saturday.
Hey, there's a new show coming. Did you hear about that one, Tyler?
What?
Yeah.
Richard Grieco's
Richard
coming to the
Grieco.
Brigade.
What?
Yes.
And then there's still one more with a
There's
question
one
mark
more big one coming.
that nobody knows.
Richard
well,
Grieco.
Some people know.
Richard freaking Grieco's in the Brigade. How about that?
Isn't that cool?
That's all.
Hey, as long as Lance is always on the Wagner Wiles, I will not be watching.
There it
There
is.
it is right
what
there.
was I thinking? Fragments from a dirty ashtray. That's Richard Grieco.
How about that?
And I think he's Thursday nights, I think is what it is
Think
set
we'll-
for right
we'll
now, I
find for sure.
believe.
Oh, and Chris Attella, who does our music at the beginning, there'll be a new single coming out tomorrow with Jack Hunter, so be on the lookout for that. And we love everybody.
I want to jam with all you guys. Let me practice a little bit more and not work on a guitar. Let
That's
me
right, William.
practice the guitar.
Awesome.
Let me
All right,
get
we'll
it.
do that. All right, so when
Thank-
y'all all get it together, we're going to come together and we'll watch. We'll do the lighters and the
Could be something to do with
torches.
Cult Classic Convention, too.
Could be.
That'd be badass.
All right. We love you guys. We can't wait to see you again.
Love you too.
Love y'all.
Love
Okay. Love all.
Love you, Billy. All right, another great show. Everybody, we love y'all. Tough times. Hang in there.
Keep the peace.
Stay safe. And we absolutely love y'all. That's not a
Yes.
lie.
Love, don't hate.
Love. Love, love, love.
Yes.
All right. That's simple. Just love.